Hello there. I thought that I would share with you, I've got my magnifiers on, but I thought that I would share with you the best way that I have found to to unpin a straight razor, and that has the least amount, in my experience, of risk of breaking the scales. And this is not my method. I didn't invent this. There's a gentleman by the name of his username is Mike Carver, M-Y Carver, uh, on Badger and Blade. He posted a thread in like 2014. It's a sticky on their restoration forum. You can find it very easily. With this method. Now I've adapted it a bit because I believe he uses a drill press and a bit different kind of bit or a Fordham or something like that. But I've adapted it to the tools that I have, and it's slamming easy, fairly quick, and in my opinion, so far in my experience, does a wonderful job. So I'm going to run through the tools that you need. The first thing you need is a straight razor. I've got this Wade and Butcher. It needs, you can see there by the tang, around the tang and the pin, it needs some cleaning up. So I'm going to use this to demonstrate. Then you need some black tape and some scissors to cut it with, or whatever method you want to use. A 1/16 drill bit, a drill, a rotary tool. In this case, I'm using a Dremel with a, I would call that an end mill. Has the little round ball on the end of it. It's go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and go to the Dremel tools and accessory site and get one of those. Whatever it's called, get it. It's just small, very small. It looks big on the camera, but it's a very small ball rotary file, basically. So, and I use magnifiers because I'm old as the hills. Not quite, but I'm there. If your eyes are good and you can, best thing I would tell you to do is use safety goggles. Now, I can use safety goggles and use this mask with no problem. And you need safety goggles. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and move down. And what I have is a piece of, this is a big disc of aluminum that I found at a local scrap place. And I have, if you can see, a hole drilled right here. And what that hole is for is so that the pin on the opposite side of the straight razor can sit right there. And it'll lay sort of flat and allow the pin to fall out and that kind of deal. So what I do, first thing I do, is take some tape, if I can find the end of it. There we go. Well, no, yeah, that tricked me. Where's it at? I hate that because I'm blind as, there it is. Blind as a bat. But pull you some tape. You don't need much. Just about that much. Cut it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this up just a hair. Cut it off. And take it and place it over top of the pin. That's to help protect it. Then you're going to lay, let me see if I can come in a little closer on magnification. You're going to lay the pin, excuse me, I didn't get it good and flat back here, so I need to remedy that. There. You're going to lay the opposite pin in that hole, and you're going to take this. This is a single cut, what they call a single cut bastard file. Some guys use little mini files. I prefer a full size file. And you're just going to take, don't worry about the tape, it'll disappear. But all you're doing, the tape is to protect the razor scales. And if I begin to see the scales beginning to be exposed, the tape being torn, anything like that, then I'll stop. But what you're doing, let me get that out of the way. You're making a flat section on that. Then you're going to take your rotary tool, whatever it is you choose, with that round end mill on it. And what you're going to do, you're going to turn that puppy up. You're going to turn it up as high as it'll go. That's all you need there. What I did was basically, if you look at it, I've got a little divot there in the center of that pin. You're going to take your 1/16 inch drill bit, and you're going to put it in your drill. But what you want to do is put it as far down in that drill as it was set, so that it's got a short space and it won't flex. Then you're going to set that opposite side pin back in that hole. And drill. And a lot of times what I have found, if you just keep drilling, it'll pop out the other end. Then take your tape off. And my hands are trembling pretty bad today. I don't know why. I still got a bit of the stomach problem that I had before. I was talking to a friend of mine and literally had to stop because my stomach was so bad. I had to go take care of things. But you see, put this tape down here where it's out of the way, and let's back up the magnification now. You see, you'll have to excuse my hair because I had that magnifying thing on there. But you can take the straight razor out of the scales, so that's ready to be worked on and cleaned. And you'll see no damage to that hole. Alright, there's none to this because it never did come through. But what I'm going to do, and I forgot a tool, hold on. I tried to get everything lined up here so that I wouldn't have to do that, but you need a pair of dikes. And you're just going to, you're just going to cut that pin. You're not cutting it super short. You're just cutting it enough to where you can pull that out without breaking the scale. So now, completely whole now. If I wanted to, and I may end up having to, but I don't think so. I think that that pen will polish up just fine. But I'll clean the razor and repen, and scales are perfectly whole, no problem. That's the easiest foolproof method that I know of that allows me to remove the pen from the razor without tapping on it with a hammer or a punch or any of that. There's not a bunch of stress on the scales, and they are removed pretty easy. I think that's probably the best that I can think of, the best way to do it. I want to thank my carver for being generous enough to post this up, even if it was in 2014. That just shows, I know him on the forum, and I know how generous he is to share his knowledge and what he knows and has learned, and I really appreciate that. And there are many others as well. That's what's so great about this community, is that you have people that share their knowledge. And I just wanted to pass that along, because you can find that in the pages in the sticky in the restoration page on the Badger and Blade forum. But I thought if I got it out here in the public on YouTube, it might benefit more people that don't know of Badger and Blade, or don't know to go look there or whatever. So thank you, my carver, and thanks, guys. I hope that helps you to be able to safely remove your pins. And another thing, I told you to put the Dremel on the highest setting. That's something I got from my carver as well in the tutorial. The higher and the faster that end mill, that ball end mill spins, the less likely that it'll chatter and jump and pull off the pin, top of the pin, and scar your scales up and stuff like that. It's smoother the faster that it cuts, and that speed enables it to work smoothly. So, all right, don't forget safety, and watch your hands and all of that. God bless you. Later.